And today we have the final gift reveal delivered by Los Tres Reyes Magos, also known as the Three Wise Men. They came and left the final 12th gift under the tree. Hi everyone and welcome. I am Laura, Army Wife here in the great state of Texas, and I have today's final reveal for what I got for Christmas because the Three Wise Men came and delivered my final gift. Welcome back if you have been following along and watching my other videos where I have shared the previous 11 gifts of what I received this holiday season. As a Latina here on YouTube, I wanted to share the gifts that I received this holiday season a little bit differently than the traditional one video of what I got for Christmas, because within our Christian faith and the Latin culture, the first day of Christmas begins on December 26th and it runs up until the very end of January 6th on Epiphany, which is also known as Dia de los Reyes, or the Three Kings Day. And we have a wonderful celebration, and it's traditional within the culture that some people actually leave shoes out on the front door for the Three Wise Men to come and deliver the final gift. We have a blessing of the home, and it's just a celebration that marks the end of the holiday season. I received my final gift from the Three Kings, and that gift comes in this wonderful little bag, and I can't wait to share that with you because, as we know, the Three Wise Men came to baby Jesus and they brought him three gifts: frankincense, myrrh, and gold. So let's get into today's reveal of the final gift of the holiday season, shall we? So within this bag, we have a nice little red box, and let's go ahead and remove the top lid. We have this nice little jewelry protection case that actually can be used for when you travel. And this gift comes from the wonderful store, Little Switzerland, which is one of my favorite jewelers in the Caribbean. So as we can see, it's a beautiful diamond initial necklace with a little bezel set drop diamond. I'm going to flip this around so you can see it better on a darker background. So up close, here we have the beautiful diamond initial pendant. We have the little bezel set diamond floating about an inch above the initial, and the initial itself is about the size of a nickel, and it has the sparkly little diamonds set within the initial. And I love that this one was just different because of the fact that it had this little floating bezel pendant above it. It made it all that different from the traditional initial pendants that I normally see. And it's not a specific luxury designer that made this one. This one was sold just by Little Switzerland, so it's an item that they carry there within the store. But I absolutely fell in love with this piece on our recent Southern Caribbean vacation in December, and I'm so glad that my husband hinted to the Three Wise Men to have this one delivered from the beautiful picturesque island from St. Thomas. And so I will treasure this necklace all the more because it will always serve as a reminder of that beautiful vacation that we spent together, he and I, as well as my parents. And I think it's just a lovely piece to have into my collection. And the chain actually has a nice little extension here, so I can wear it longer or shorter, which is absolutely fabulous. So I just love how this looks with my initial and the beautiful little diamonds that give it that nice little sparkle, and this precious little dainty bezel set diamond that just floats above it. It made it stand out amongst all the other options that you have out there with the traditional initial pendants, and the fact that the Three Kings left this for me to close out the holiday season. And it's also a reminder of our trip to the beautiful picturesque islands of St. Thomas that makes it all the more special. Hope you have all had a wonderful holiday season. We ended it here with a celebration with some beautiful friends of mine. They are sisters in Christ that I met 13 years ago. I'd love to have this annual gathering for us to come together and celebrate and appreciate our friendship, appreciate our sisterhood, and we just have a wonderful time. My husband was the bartender. He was making us Mexican candy shots. This was a little drink that we had when we were in Cancun this past year, and we wanted to recreate it, and they came out delicioso, amigos, delicioso. That I will share the recipe down below in case you're interested, because they were absolutely delicious. They were absolutely delicious. They were smooth and yummy going down, honey, that you could not feel that tequila until a few minutes later. It masked it really, really well. But we rimmed them with a nice little mango seasoning spice around the rim, and then the Mexican shot. It was absolutely yummy, yummy, yummy. I will leave the recipe down at the bottom, and he's usually our bartender, and he's just wonderful to help me around the house and get everything prepared for the food. And we had a wonderful rosca de Reyes, which is traditional, and it's a beautiful round sweet bread, and it had cherries, and you hide the baby Jesus in there, and whoever receives a slice of the bread with the baby Jesus inside has to throw the next little fiesta gathering. And so I gave all my friends a beautiful little jade bracelet. Everybody's was a little bit different, and I love the sentiment of what jade represents, where it's good health, prosperity, good fortune, and protection. And I wanted all of us to have that for the coming year. I could not end the holiday season without spending some time with my wonderful sisters in Christ. So it actually worked out, and it was nice that we had the gathering on Three Kings Day on Epiphany, because we were able to celebrate together, have fellowship, have food, just enjoy the evening with laughter. My husband actually did a blessing. My husband and I are very spiritual, so we actually did a little blessing, and we brought out his incense and his little incense burner. And the incense he used was actually called the Three Wise Men, so it was actually rather perfect. So we did a little blessing here just amongst one another, and we still have to bless the home. But it was just a joyous, joyous time that it was actually fun doing it on Three Kings Day, that I'm actually contemplating changing it to January to do our celebration, because it was actually nice to have our little celebration on Three Kings Day at the beginning of the year. Maybe it'll signify that we'll be able to spend a little bit more time with one another throughout the year, since we started the year together. But I just enjoyed the time that we had with one another, and we had my sister in Christ from Houston that stayed with us the entire weekend. So this video is a little late because I wanted to at least be able to share of what went on throughout the night. And it was a wonderful evening, and it was a wonderful weekend that we spent with my sister in Christ. And if you celebrate the Dia de los Reyes, the arrival of the Three Kings, please let me know what your traditions are. I would love to hear about it. It might give me new ideas for next year. But now it's the end of the holiday season, and it's time to take all of this down. I've got a lot of Christmas decorations in here, so it's time to get to work. So if you do celebrate the holiday season, I hope you had a very wonderful and joyous time making new memories with your family and your friends. And I wish you a very prosperous new year. I wish you an abundance of blessings and good health and prosperity. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I hope to see you back here soon. Thank you to all our military men and women serving and defending our country around the world. Thank you for my freedom, and thank you for your service. Have a wonderful day, amigos. We'll see you back here soon. Hasta la próxima. Goodbye. Pa' arriba, pa' abajo, pa'l centro y pa' dentro.